Whole fam's at the shop minus Shep. First things first, I think I'm gonna start ripping into this radiator just so my truck is fixed and I can get home. So, I wanna just, rip the radiator out quick and easy, and then fix the bottom tab on both sides because the other side actually ripped totally off. And then I'm gonna move these tabs on the radiator so they actually line up with the holes in the grill because that's just a little hokey. I had to do that just to, get the thing on here. I didn't want to waste too much time on it, but now since I'm ripping it out, might as well just weld them on, in the right place. That being said, let's just start tearing into it. Huh?
Wayland will not give me anything.
Oh. Oh yeah. It's my food. Fix the Roadster? That's Daddy's job.
I got this good. It's dangerous. I'm a screwdriver.
Daddy's using it.
Mommy's out there.
Yeah, she's getting the floor.
Oh, there's a balloon guy.
What makes these floors? Hey, gentle. Right?
Alright, so this is one of the tabs. Busted right off. The other one, it's really hard to see, but yeah, it's hard to see. It's loose and it's cracked along this seam here. You might be able to see it on the edge of that weld there. Oh, right up there. Yeah, whatever. Oh, we'll see it now because I'll break it off. Yep, right there. There it is. There's a culprit. So I'm going to change these with some gusseted tabs so this doesn't happen again. Alright, so we're going to take this and hopefully fix it. That's what I got to do. First thing, I took the plastic off of this side. Most of the glue stayed on, which kind of sucks, but hopefully this side will be better. And it'll come off in one piece. I wish I had the plasma set up, but just haven't had time to figure out how the thing works yet and how it hooks up. Don't have time for this. So I'm gonna have to do it, might do some CAD, cardboard aided design, to find out how I want to build those things, the mounts. But for now, I guess I'll just, I don't know how I'm trying to say this. I'm just gonna do it by hand because I don't have the plasma set up. I know it can cut aluminum and this would be a great job for it, but I'd have to have time on the computer designing it and blah, 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 blah. Don't have my computer here. So, one day you'll see me making tabs with that thing. Looks like it's actually coming out pretty good, so let me take this off. It's the only thing I do hate about aluminum. Every time you get it, you get that stupid plastic on it. I know it's to help it from oxidizing, but it's just annoying. So, let me get my, nope. What am I getting? I am getting my ruler. Alright, so the radiator hole centers are like 20 inches. And this is 17 and a half. 2.5. 2.5, that's 1.25. Okay. 1.25 needs to be the hole. So 2 inch? 2 inch by 2 by 3. 2 inch by 3 inch. And I should probably make some little inch and a half wings that come off of it. 6 inches by 2.5. 6 inches by 2. 6 inches by 2. That's what I need to make my little thingies on. This 12 inches, so that's 2 of them. All that for just this. Oh, I'm also going to move these tabs. Alright, so I just took this little guy, put it on here, gave it a little swoopy. I don't know how well that's gonna, fold that tiny edge over on the brake, but we'll try it because it is kind of thick material. That's like the thickness of the material. I really don't think that's gonna bend now that I think about it. So maybe I'll move the line over, or I'll just cut away from the line. Same with this. So after those are cut out, I'll bend on this, these will flip up. I'll be able to weld this straight up, this on the back side, and then straight up the other side. You'll see it. And I'm probably going to weld the hole up on the radiator before I even put these on, just to be sure that it's sealed up. it's a little bit better of a tab. No, it shouldn't flex this way because it's going to be up against the radiator. Minty. Shane. Dirty aluminum is not fun, but we got it welded up, and I'm just gonna grind it smooth, make sure there's no porosity inside of it. But it looks alright. It's not dimey, but it's a very dirty radiator because it's old and it's been used, so that's why it doesn't weld great. But we'll make sure to get the you know, my little bracket scabbed on here eventually. Make it work. I'm gonna have to bend it in a little bit more. So it looks fine. There's just a couple little craters that I want to try and fill, just in case that's a thin spot. It somehow breaks open. Sweet. How am I gonna do this? I could do that. maybe a little cold. Took a long time to wet that in, so. No, not my finest work, but it should be on there and it should be strong. Alright, so here it is. Tabs are on there with the little gussets, so that should be fine. Shouldn't break off anytime soon. So, yeah, that's what we got going on there. And I'm going to move these tabs up. I think I said that, but I'm going to move these tabs up. They have to be pretty much even with this weld here, and this one probably just move up, I don't know, half the distance or something. Oh yeah, I just gotta figure out how to cut these off without cutting into the radiator. I'll just make new ones, I don't know. I don't know yet, but Ron has dropped off his car. Woohoo! This is a really nice body. Oh, well, it has its problems, but really nice compared to mine. So, as you can see, it's in one piece. Most of it is good, and obviously it's unchopped, so all of this is beautiful. This is great, but some of the ways, and there's some, you know, dents here and stuff, but I really want to take I want to figure out this section. I want to make this section and figure out the roof, contours of the roof, maybe make a buck for the roof section, because these, like when you're piecing cars together, I know not many of you do that, not many people anywhere piece cars together, but if you're stupid like me and broke, and the only way you can have one of these cars if you piece one together, this section here and this section here, well, this is the hardest to find. Like, if you find a back section, it's probably cut here, or maybe here if you're lucky, sometimes cut here. So I want to try to get as much information of the important stuff as I can off of this car, because the roof is really nice. The bad sections, piece down here, where the wheel well meets up with the sub rails, are not that great. A little bit here, not too big of a deal. And the same story on the other side, but not as bad. But still soft, it crunched in pretty easily for somebody. But yeah, this is all nice here. Really just gotta worry about back here. Got 3 holes on each side. There was some weird wacky taillight thing on this car for some reason. Maybe it was a blinker. And since he's doing not a different frame, but like a street rowdy kind of frame, so it doesn't, he's not using the rear floor section. So pretty much from these rivets back, he's not using. So I'm going to try to split it, take it out in one piece if I can. These are connected on top of the floor, which kind of stinks. These are on top of the floor, of course, which kind of stinks. These are on top of the floor, and that's about it. So I'm gonna try to figure out a way, if you know, if I have to cut around it a little bit, I'm gonna cut around it, I'll do that, or if he'll let me pop the rivets, cut the little tack welds here and here, move these things out of the way, re-rivet them to the sub rail, or leave them loose so he can you know, slip his new floor underneath. I'm not sure what he's going to do there, but this stuff gets in the way of his suspension. So it's kind of nice. I'll try to repair this so it's like a original 3-window floor, and I'll be able to put it in my car, and it'll be closer to a real 3-window, even though it is, but you know. So yeah, this is a really nice car. Really honored to be able to work on it. So rad. It's exciting. Okay, so let's eat lunch and then finish the Roadster pickup, radiator, and all that nonsense. And then maybe today I'll be able to do something else. I need to work. I'm probably going to stay late tonight and work on probably hanging the doors. I'll hang the inners, make sure everything fits nice. It sits in there nice. And I'll probably have to file fit the edge. But we'll get something done. Nice, tack it up. Then these guys, 1/2 inch away from here, so probably gonna be welded up something like that. Boom. So it seems like I did it again. I did a bunch of work and didn't record any of it. I think the last you saw, I was grinding off the side of the radiator to prep it for the tabs. Those have since been welded on, and grill and everything's mounted, and you know, filling it with water right now. I had a little bit of this coolant here and I filled it up with what I had, and now it's just straight water. I think I'll do a little emptying in a few, maybe I don't know, a couple days or something, whenever I get coolant, and put more coolant in here, because it's getting cold. Water is not going to cut it quicker than I expect. It's going to get really cold, so got to get more coolant than there is in here, and I hope it don't leak. I think the part that took the longest here was finding out the holes for the grill. I don't know why, but I had it set up, mocked up here, and the hood set right where it needed to sit. Marked the holes, drilled a couple of them out, put it back on, and the grill was low. Of course, right? So I had to take it off, drill higher holes, oblong them out. And then after I got the grill sitting right, the bottom wasn't in enough, and it's still not perfectly in enough, but it's my daily driver. I really don't care that much. So I oblong the holes on the bottom, put it back on. I don't know, I think it's too short here at the bottom. I think, how the hose curves up like that, I think it wants to be too close, that the curve isn't letting it go forward anymore or back anymore. But like I said, I'll live with it. I'm not too worried about it. Still no coolant in the hoses, so more water. outside to a spot that doesn't have water underneath it for me filling up the radiator. And we'll see if it drips anymore. See if I got a leak still. If it does, that's a bummer, because it's like, you know, I want to get home. Burping. All right, so here's the doors and the pins that are loose. Small hammer. Hey, hey, Dolly, where you going? Dolly's too nice. Lift up on it and pulls it over. Jeez. Okay. Okay, there is some work to be done here. I think I need to bring my chassis here because I think the way this is bolted down to this dolly here doesn't allow the body to sit the way it should on a frame. It might be tweaked a little bit because we're touching, I'll come over here and show you. We're touching the roof here. Get my glove. At least one glove. Okay. We're pushes in, it rubs against the top there and pushes itself down. You can see, because this bead does not quite line up. This is higher than the body. You can tell there. So, or I could put a bolt here. Look. Let's open the door. Could put a bolt here and put a shim under here, lift, or put. So, because I can't just put a shim under this, because I'll tell you why. After this lag bolt here, there's nothing else supporting the back. So I think that's what's doing it. It's kind of sagging the whole thing and pushing this, pushing this down and in. So let's see, let's test out that theory. Let's get it so it's just, you know, caught a little bit. Oh, because it actually hits this first on here. You see that line? That's from rubbing. So I'll just touch that. Then I'll lift up on the back here and it should open the door. Yep. Exactly. Look at how smart I am. Almost like I know how things work. See? Let's do it again. I'll grab the back here. And open sesame. Okay. So, I need a frame. To do this correctly, I do need a frame. Well, that's a bummer. I wish I could have started this today, tonight, whatever, but, you know, I can't. I gotta get my chassis up here because the one he has, it has this X member in it that the rear floor doesn't jive with. And I have to take the rear floor out. I'm not gonna do that first. I wanna get it on all squared away because that floor is actually creating structure, so I don't want to take anything out right away before I have the doors closing, because when I cut it out, and if anything moves, we know we have to move the body until the doors fit again, because when the doors fit, that's when everything's cherry money. Driver's side's the same thing. Fits pretty good other than the top. So, and the only thing I got to do down here, I put it too high. I just got to bend this down and it should fit pretty nicely. Whack it around, move it around with a hammer and dolly, that shouldn't be a big issue. And I didn't think we were going to be looking at this side of the door so much, but we are, and you can clearly see where I had to splice in, what pieces I had to make and all that jazz. So after I get these fitting good and all these gaps all nice, because I want these doors perfect 3/16 around everything. So that means I gotta get a fat 1/4 inch around everything before I put the skin on. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Gotta double check my notes. But yeah, everything's looking good right now. I'm pretty excited, and I'm really excited that I have this body in here. I said before, but you know, it's really a privilege to have such a nice body in here that I can take measurements off of and take sweep angles of. Just, you know, good stuff. Maybe make a new template for these, because I did such a crap job on mine. Might splice in a new piece. But that's it. That's all I got for you today. Hope you enjoyed this video. I will catch you guys next time.